guys. I forgot. Share the live stream.
Good point too.
Okay,
I don't even know how to do that. I need to watch a video on how to do it.
Off to a good start. Hey, everybody. Thanks for joining us tonight on Let's Hang Out Together or Hang Out With. There's 6 of us here tonight, the maximum that StreamYard will allow us. So we're all going to be talking about our channels over the last year, the community, and what our plans are for this upcoming year. So, hey, everybody, just like once again, thank you guys for joining me here tonight. So, the team of 6, everybody's YouTube channel is scrolling along the bottom right now. So please go and check them out. If you enjoy their stories, make sure you subscribe to them. Give it a big like, share, everything that needs to be done. So, got a few questions here. Oh, yeah, just to bring to everybody's attention tonight as well. If there are any super chats, half that money is going to go to the 2 charities that are on the HealthfulEntrepreneurChannel.com website, Lemonade Day and High Tide Capital as well. So, greatly appreciated. But it's that time of year again. It's people can be tight with the money and everything like that for Christmas and all the other holidays. So. And that's basically about it. So let's get the ball rolling. And Jose, you get to go first, buddy. Talk about why did you start your YouTube channel? There's the first question.
All right, yeah. So, hey, thank you for having me on, and hi to everyone out there watching. I started my YouTube channel back in April because I quit my job and I wanted to do something for myself, like a creative brand and make some income and stuff like that, side hustle, and I wanted to share my investing journey with other people. So I started with Robinhood, and I started doing videos, straight from my phone and stuff like that. So, and I just, little by little upgraded, got a webcam, got a microphone. I did a live stream with J-Mac, and started, getting to know everybody in the community. And here we are, 8 months later. So, and next week, I got a video coming out about my first paycheck from YouTube.
Oh, wow.
So,
no way.
Very cool.
No way. Can you let us know how much?
Well,
$100.
they pay. Yeah, they pay on the 21st of every month. I didn't make that last month's threshold, because you have to have $100 or whatever. But this one, I made it like big time. so next week sometime I'll make the video and let you guys know how much I made.
Nice.
Very cool.
Very cool, man. Congrats. All right, you're up.
Yeah, so hi, my name is Anthony. My channel's name No Money Mindset. I started back in September 1st, like my first upload. So I've always been like a huge consumer of YouTube. I've always loved watching investing videos, other creators, and I've always thought like, why don't I just give this a shot, see what I can make of it? And I just went for it. I started out, like Jose mentioned, like on my webcam on my computer, and the quality was like way not where I wanted to be now. So I've started to improve my camera, my software, and since then I've just been having a blast with it. I focus on investing, but now I've added a little bit more of dynamic to my channel. I brought in my sister recently. We talk more about goals. I've recently started a live fantasy football stream. So I'm really just trying to build out my network, my reach, and really just have as much fun as possible with the channel.
Awesome. Okay, so how are we doing this Brady Bunch move? Are we going to Dave next or to Les? I don't know.
Les.
Hey guys, Les here. They call me Gorth Valiant, I guess, on YouTube. That's just a relic from the past because I entered my name into a random Lord of the Rings elf name generator, and it came up with Gorth Valiant, and that was like years and years ago. But it just kind of like my email became Gorth Valiant. And now it's kind of weird because it doesn't really connect with anything, right? At least you guys have like channel names that make sense, like investing, this and that. Now, that being said, I don't think the name is the biggest thing, right? Like you see all these companies with like really strange names. They make it work. So I think, it's nice to have a name that kind of works with your brand, but yeah, mine ended up being Gorth Valiant, which is kind of weird. Sometimes I don't really know how to approach it. But, yeah. Anyway.
Yes, how long have you had your channel for?
I had it for a while, but I haven't really started doing events until maybe a year ago, which is what the business I'm currently in. So I guess I've had it for like 5 years or so. but again, there was only a few videos once in a while, and they were like hiking videos and stuff like that. So I think at like 300 subs or so, I started doing like business event stuff, and then it started taking off from there. So I was, you know what, I'm gonna stick with this. Plus, this is what I'm doing, so this is a good way to expand the network. I started getting comments and stuff like that, and I'm like, wait, like this is a good idea. This is a good way to network. Like both of you mentioned in the past there a second ago. So yeah, I'm gonna stick with this, and it's an interesting niche too, right? So the event rental business, and you can kind of expand from there. Even though it's niche, you can still generalize from there. You know, you can start going into other things and getting a wider audience, I think, over time.
Yeah, definitely. Ryan, you're up.
Yes, my name is Ryan Giffen, and my channel name is Ryan Giffen as well. I started my channel, actually, I was just checking. My first video was April 18th. And my channel, like I said, I didn't put like anything next to it because I didn't want to kind of like pinpoint myself down. And the channel's gone and kind of evolved. I first started off as like real estate guy, and then became Tesla guy. And now
Still Tesla guy.
You still are.
And then today, I well, actually, just in my past video, I kind of want to talk about like how I built my business and maybe work in more entrepreneur type stuff. And then, but after the Slaughter show today, I'll probably be making some more crypto related content as well, because I placed some decent sized limit orders today to grow that position. So it's all about just, you know, documenting my journey in investing and building wealth. And, you know, the idea is to kind of inspire others to, you know, get out there and invest, and not necessarily follow me, but just hopefully if I have success, it'll inspire people to maybe change their life of consumption and maybe look to delay gratification through investing.
Yeah, great point. Dave, you're up.
I'm up. Kind of like what Les was talking about, adding the name. My name originally started out as Hidden Freedom, and then I put investing on it because I do think it makes a difference when people see the name. They think, oh, okay, this guy's investing. He's got a channel probably, right? Yeah. So I think it does make a difference. Maybe that get dropped, you know, after I hit, 10 million subscribers, but don't think that'll happen. But basically, my channel is all about investing. I invest in real estate, through notes, flips. I've had rentals, sold those. Stocks, I've kind of dabbled in just about everything stock-wise, options and futures and Forex and all that stuff. So I'm kind of all over the place. It's basically just, based all around investing. It's not just straight dividend stuff. So I'm going to try to get more into dividend stuff. So I'm kind of excited to bring that out to the channel, but I'm excited to even build those out personally myself as well. So started the channel in July. It's December now. So that's 5 months, and you'll see where it goes. But if you want to, be anti-Tesla, then, subscribe to my channel.
That's awesome.
All right, just so everybody knows a bit more about each of us, what cities are all you guys in?
Denver.
A little bit right outside New York City and Long Island.
Calgary, Alberta, Canada.
Palm Beach, Florida.
Memphis, Tennessee, represent.
Just outside of Toronto, Oakville. So there you go. Did you guys have anybody inspire you to start your channel?
Not me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Jose's nodding his head.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to remember, I used to be a Memphis police officer, and I used to come home late around 1, 2 a.m. in the morning, and that's when I used to watch Bruce Wang, Jake Jones, Lady at Santiago, Dr. Dividend, all those videos, and I used to open my Robinhood and look at their channel and look at the stocks, look at mine, look at the stock, look at mine. I was like, I don't have that one. Okay. And that's how I learn, and they inspire me to begin sharing my journey for sure.
Yeah, I had a similar experience to Jose. I followed, you said Dividend Doctor, right? He had the huge portfolio, like 35,000 and whatnot. I loved his videos, as well as Jake Jones. The two of them really got me into YouTube, as well as I had a family friend who I think started a couple years ago, and he got monetized fairly quickly. He did a little bit different than like the investing stuff. He did more of like drop shipping videos on, I'm blanking on the company that does a lot of the drop shipping, but he really inspired me to get into YouTube for sure. So as well as who Jose mentioned with the investing channels.
Got it. Ryan?
this person wrapping gifts back here, my wife. Here.
Round of applause for Jessica. Round of applause.
She's wrapping Christmas presents right now, but yeah, just seeing, we're very much a team in everything we do in life, and like I can't really take much credit for her channel success, but I definitely helped, and the psychology behind building it. Like I remember the days she told me she wanted to start a YouTube channel, and then all the reservations that go along with that, putting yourself out in a public forum, and we kind of just came to this conclusion that the worst thing that could happen is that we fail, and failing would be that we capture some information on ourselves, and maybe we're documenting having our second child right now, and we just kind of wanted to find a way to like pass on our lineage in a way to like future as our kids. Like I picture like my grandparents, like I really always admired them, but I never got to see them like in their prime, and like making things happen, making business happen, doing all those things you hear stories about them. And I felt like this would be a cool way for us, it really started with her, but us to kind of document who we are as people. And I think not vlogging and documenting yourself will actually become weird in the future. Like I think it's a way you can extend your life, and by not doing it, you're actually not taking the full advantage of being a human and the technology we have.
Yeah, great point. Great point. What have you guys learned over the last year with your channels? What did you guys find from YouTube?
I've learned that it's a hassle, man. It's a hassle and it's a hustle.
It is a hustle,
both things. You gotta be consistent. You gotta put at least 2 or 3 videos a week. And sometimes you don't feel like it. Sometimes you spend 5-6 hours to get 40 views. That is rough, man. That is rough. You share it on Facebook, you share it on Twitter, you share it on Instagram, and you're getting like 40 views for 6 hours of work. Yeah. And I was telling Daniel, I'll get like $20+ an hour. That's my rate. So I'm not getting like not even close to what I make. And it's disheartening at times, but you got to keep going. You just got to look at the light at the end of the tunnel, and it's for the long run. So that's what I learned. It's a hustle and it's a hassle. Sometimes you feel like quitting a lot, but
yeah, don't quit, man. Don't quit.
I'm not. Just you got to keep pushing and all that.
Yeah,
it's the same with the gym. Same thing with the gym. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's hard at the beginning, but then now if I don't go, I feel guilty. So.
Anthony, what about you?
I'm definitely a hustle. I have a pretty funny story. So I recently started doing my Robin Portfolio updates as a premiere at like 7:30 on Sundays. And my first one that I did as a premiere, I was actually going to the Ranger game, the hockey game. And I didn't really even know what a premiere was at the time. I clicked it. And I was trying to like schedule it for later because I wanted to go to the game and get the video out. And then I'm like driving to the train station. I'm looking at my phone. I'm seeing like messages from Gen X. He's like, "You're doing a premiere." I'm like, what's going on here? So I think it's little things that just on you learn from. I just thought that was hysterical. I'm like, okay, I guess this is going live right now. Like, but there's definitely a lot of different things you have to, sometimes you make little mistakes here and there, and I think you learn from those mistakes. That was something I had to experience and, go through, and then I figure out how to, premiere it and schedule it for a later date and time. So
who was it? Who was talking about that? I think it was Gen X was talking that Tom did a premiere a while ago, but I don't know if he knew it was on, but he just wasn't there.
Yeah. No, he was commenting on somebody else's video.
Well, Dave, me and you were on Black Money's premiere. He wasn't there, but we were just talking in the chat.
That might have been the one.
Right.
That's good. That's good. That's good. All right, who's up next on that one?
Probably Les.
Les, let's go back to you, man.
I forget the question.
I do too.
Hey, Ryan, are you just a Tesla guy, or are you an Elon Musk guy?
Yeah, I would say both. As long as if Elon Musk wasn't the CEO, I probably wouldn't be as confident as a shareholder. So,
Okay.
so Elon definitely has a big part of that. I recently made a video kind of about him on the channel, and but I would say, dude, it's an amazing car. Like everyone should get a Tesla. Like getting any other car seems silly now. But he's created an amazing. I'm like, yeah. So both, to answer your question.
Yeah.
Okay. No. Yeah. Just curious. And how many shares do you own? Maybe that's
I own 18. I own 18 shares at dollar cost average of 230.
Yeah, that's nice.
I had a goal of putting 10,000 in. I got to about 5,000, And just, it's such a battleground stock where the shorts are all over it. It swings up and down. I chased it down from like 260 to the low 200s.
Right.
And I just didn't expect it to break out like it did. So it kind of just ran away from me.
At the same time, because it's such a wild stock, like I think there's a lot of opportunity, like to make money, and almost to make money fast. I think you're in the, from what I understand, you're in it for the long game, so it doesn't really matter. But it seems like, it goes up and down, so people are buying and selling like crazy. I would like it to go back down, but it just keeps on. It's almost breaking its all-time high, 385. I think once it breaks there, it's going over 400. But it's kind of showing resistance right now. Yeah. No, it's interesting because like there's a lot of the marijuana hype was like huge, and now all the stocks are like down to $1 or something, right? And
they're all tanking in Canada right now.
Yeah.
Every time you bought out, they're tanking.
Right. I don't know how the U.S. stocks are doing, but the Canadian stocks are like way down for the marijuana
market for like the last 2 years.
Yeah, and I think like the neat thing with Tesla and maybe stocks that are like that is that the hype like continues. Like it's almost like a fad that never ends because like Elon is always doing something crazy, right? So like
yeah. But I just, I think, I don't know if we'll see under $300 again. The company just has, as China gets into massive production, the numbers are going to be there. Right. Model Y comes out next year. The volume's going to grow. The gross profit margin on the Model Y is going to be the largest gross profit margin. The nets are going to look really good. I'm hoping for a pullback. I think if you do get a buying opportunity, it might be Q1 or Q2 as they're ramping the Model Y. I think they'll bleed a lot of cash, and maybe the bears will jump back on it. But a bad earnings report, it could go down 20-30%. But I don't see it going back to. I think it bottomed at 177. I don't see it going back there for a while unless there's kind of major recession or something.
Right, or if Elon smokes some weed again with Joe.
Guys, this is why I love about our community and about YouTube. Listen to Ryan talk. Like, where else do you get this information for free? Like, it's amazing, right? There's so much information out there within our community, and Les, you as well, with your almost every day now, your videos about your business. Like this what is so cool about YouTube and how much we can learn here, right?
Well how about this?
My question is, how many of those bears on Wall Street are just trying to edge out their Tesla, positions and all that? Because they'll talk, they'll do it to drop it down, so they can, hedge it out and get some more. So I wouldn't, really trust anything that they are saying on the media and stuff like that about a company. Always do your own research. Look at their analytics and
before you make any purchasing, for sure.
I think Elon actually said he says he envisions Tesla becoming $1 trillion company. So that's good news for you, Ryan. Or whoever
doesn't.
There's only a few companies that can say that ever, right? Amazon, Microsoft,
Google,
Apple. So that'd be very difficult. I see them. I think they could reach a $500 million market cap, which would be fantastic. We're at $60 billion now, so right. I think that's for a tech giant out of Silicon Valley producing millions of cars, that can self-drive themselves. I think that's a fair evaluation.
Long way to go, but
what's that?
It'll get there maybe, but it could be 10, 20 years.
We'll see. I think my prediction is that it'll shoot there earlier and it'll be overvalued and it'll sit like it did for 5 years. I think it's
already overvalued. Take it. I'll skinny dip at 255.
I would love to see 255 again. But Rick, you were saying something that's very true about the cool thing about YouTube. I get to sit next to a millionaire and pick his brain. He answers all my questions, all these years of experience, even though we don't agree on Tesla, but I do learn a lot from Dave. That's one of the really cool things about it, that, you've built businesses, Des is building, you get these relationships with highly valuable people. That's one of the coolest things. But I didn't mean to cut you off, Des, but I had to say that.
No, it's okay to take a break from the Tesla talk. It's okay.
What's the next question?
Every live stream, Ryan. Every live stream.
Well, I think right now, I mean, the most valuable car company is Toyota. They're a $200 billion market cap. So Tesla's not the most. They're the most valuable American brand company in the world. So I think that's the next thing to kind of the next target to take out. So we'll see.
Got it. All right, let's get back to the YouTube channel questions. We can get back to Tesla. Sorry. Hey guys, if you guys could collab with anybody on YouTube, who would it be and why?
Yeah.
Look at Jose smiling right away.
That's a tough one.
For me, it'd probably be either Jeremy from Financial Education or PPCN. You know, those guys are just Jeremy because entertainment value and all that, and PPCN, he's just a smart guy, man. He's just so smart and intelligent, and everything he says is, it's on point. And if he's one of the few people that can keep me looking at him and listening, like paying really close attention, like for 45 minutes. I don't even realize how long his videos are. I'm like, oh wow. So yeah, PPCN, Jeremy, from Financial Education.
I would probably say one of the channels I mentioned before with Jake Jones, because he was someone who like kind of got me inspired, and I kind of look up to him as a YouTuber, as well as Graham Stephan, who's just one of the top guys in the industry. So he'd be a cool guy to do a collab with. But I don't think that will ever happen. But I mean, that'd be pretty fun.
Reach out to him.
Yeah,
you never know, right? Yeah. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. Reach out, man.
Exactly, that's true.
The answer's always no unless you ask.
Yeah. All right, Dave, how about you?
I don't have one.
No.
I mean, no, not really. I'll collab with Gen X.
Yeah, Gen X. I was thinking Gen X.
You can wear a mask. No, I don't really follow anybody. Like, I mean, I collab with a lot of people in our community, but any big channel, I don't really watch a lot of big channels. So
it could be anybody.
What are you talking about? You watch my channel, bro.
I'm talking about 500,000 million. I don't really watch any of those. So even if I did, I don't know if I agree with what they say. So I don't know. It would just be more of like a, hey, just get my name out there type of thing. And I don't really want to do that. I do, but I don't. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't do it for that if that's so big.
Got it. Right, you're up.
Yeah, that's tough to answer. I mean, I guess just kind of plug some channels that I like. I think I like Hyperchange a lot. I think he would be cool to collab with. He makes a lot of good content in regards to what I'm kind of really interested in is like disruptive technologies and stuff like that. ARK, a hedge fund I like a lot. I recently just bought their ETF in a genomics as well. It's something new I want to cover on the channel. There's a lot of companies doing a lot of breakthroughs in human genes to bring down the cost of healthcare. So maybe something along that lines. Like I'm kind of gravitated that. No, it's funny. I have so much interest in disruptive technology, cryptocurrency, Tesla, things like that. But most of my money is actually indexed into like the S&P 500, which I'll eventually get to talking about on the channel. But I think people should allocate some money or to things with big returns, kind of more speculative assets. And maybe that's what interests me the most to talk about on the channel. But I should get down more to the fundamentals as well. Those two channels I would probably be interested in.
Cool. Les.
I like how tech unboxing videos here says, don't say Grant Cardone, and it's kind of but yeah, I subscribe to a lot of channels, and not all of them are related to kind of the business stuff. Actually, a lot of them are like there's like EEV blog, which is like an engineering channel, like really weird stuff, I guess. I'm actually just looking through all these channels. I was a fan of Casey Neistat, and Graham Stephan as well, actually, like Milo.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't actually know you that well, so I don't think we ever met. I know the other guys. Jose, I don't really know, but I've seen him around, and I think I saw part of the live stream there. But Rico, wait, what? So no, Rico, right? That's you. That guy, right?
Yeah, great points, everybody. I'm sorry.
Hollywood
So,
Squares.
This is a Brady Bunch big time.
yeah, and he actually like Stefan's buddy was what's his name? He does like real estate.
Meet Kevin.
Meet Kevin. Yeah, I've recently started watching him, and then recently I've also started watching Investment Joy, which is this guy who owns like a laundromat, and like a few other businesses. He's into real estate a bit and business, but it actually kind of changes and varies, and a lot of the channels are unrelated to stuff, and so I'm kind of leaning towards Hidden Freedoms, where like I watch a lot, but I'm not completely obsessed with one specific guy, and at least in my industry. So, yeah.
Yeah, what's interesting is, you know, when you first start watching YouTube, you watch all these big guys because they have all the attention, but now they're in a smaller community. I don't feel like I don't watch them as much, and I watch people in our community, and I feel like I get the same value, if not more. So it just goes to show you that subscriber count doesn't mean everything.
Yeah,
They recycle a lot of stuff, you know.
They do.
They recycle a lot of stuff. That's the problem with the big channels. They figure out what works, and apparently what works is recycling the same thing over and over again. And I don't want to do that on my channel. Not yet, anyway. But you know, Tesla. Every video Jeremy puts out, Tesla. Grant Stephan, same thing. Robinhood versus Charles Schwab. The last 10 videos, you know. So I don't want to recycle the same content. But that's what they do.
Yeah, like Jeremy, he's always flexing his public account's got like a 40% return this year. Show him Blood Phantom. Blood Phantom's got 80%.
Yeah.
Flex.
So what do you guys enjoy most about your channel?
Oh, you got an echo, Rick.
Great.
That's
Is it
good.
still that way?
Somebody has an echo.
I heard multiple echoes potentially.
What was the question again, Rick? Sorry.
What do you guys enjoy most about being a YouTuber?
Just getting to meet people, having fun, you know, harnessing my skills as a graphic designer / video guy. Just creating something that is mine, you know, a brand, you know, something that I can, you know, grow to, 5,000 subscribers, and I'm able to, join the FameBit community. 10,000 subscribers, I'm able to open a Teespring store and sell some T-shirts and mugs and hats. 20,000, 30,000 subscribers, something to leave behind for my kids, you know, if they want to, jump on the channel and, and continue the revenue gain and all that. Just creating something that's mine, so.
Yeah, I'd say for me, probably the connections I've made so far. I mean, on this panel, me and Ryan, we talk over Instagram a lot, so I think that's really cool. We only know each other over the internet, but it's only been a couple months, 3 months since I've been on the platform. I already feel comfortable enough. I can reach out to him. We could talk sports and whatnot, as well as other people in the community. We just, I talk sports. I talk, going out on the weekends, and I think that's really cool. I can just build relationships and really just try to build your brand out on YouTube. I think that's what I've been enjoying the most, is just trying to get, meet new people and starting to build out my content, as well as with my investing videos. They are really helping me with my investment strategy, because I kind of go in depth upon stocks that are up and stocks that are down. And I look into the research to kind of understand why they're up, why they're down. That really helps me, analyzing my portfolio and going forward. So I think that's a big plus for my channel, as well as, me learning more about investing with my videos.
Yeah.
And if I may add real quick before we go to last, I like bringing information to people and educating people and all that, because I learned in the process of researching to teach people. You know what I'm saying? So I love that process. And like on my last video, 60% of Americans will have to go into debt to have to fix their car, or $1,000, something, emergency or whatever. So, I learned things like that when I'm researching for my videos and stuff like that. So I enjoyed the process.
Cool. Who's up next? Les?
That's it.
Yeah. So when I started doing event rentals, and I had an issue, I had to kind of figure it out. Maybe go on some there is YouTube. There was still YouTube, but there wasn't too many event rental channels, and I couldn't really get a straight answer or find an answer to things. But now that I'm part of this community, it's hey, I need to know like a specific question. It's like 2 seconds, you know, like I can just ask like there's 5, 6, 7 people I can ask, and they'll tell me a real answer. Because if you ask locally, like a question, I don't know, how heavy is a chair, or like is this client okay? Is this venue okay? You know, they're not going to tell you a perfectly straight answer because they're competing with you. So so it's nice being part of that community because you can definitely learn, get answers, and fast too, like efficiently. And it's amazing how that propels your business, and you make friends too. It's crazy. It's like it starts with more of like business networking, but then you end up being friends with these guys. So that's kind of neat. Yeah, and it feels great. Like, oddly enough, I definitely suggest if you don't have a YouTube channel, and you watch YouTube and you're like into that kind of stuff, then just turn the camera on and start talking and join the community.
Definitely. Ryan or Dave, guys, you're up.
Me or Dave?
I don't know what the question is. So.
Yeah, I think the question: what's your favorite thing about YouTube? I'll point out 2 cool things that happened today. You know, just kind of cool that during lunchtime I was with a client, and I guess he watches my YouTube channel. And he's like, Ryan, he's asking me all the questions about the Tesla car. Long story short, I told him about this, that. And then before the end of it, he's like, you got to come in for dinner this weekend. I'll pay for dinner. Let me see the car. Let me drive it. So I'm taking my wife out for her birthday. We're going to get dinner at a nice restaurant, Boyne on him. So that was cool. And then on my way home, I was talking to another client just about something. And they wanted to start a YouTube channel too. And it's a pretty big client. Like they're 5 stores, over a 6-figure a year client for me. And just said how much you really liked my content. So the fact that I'm putting out value that people enjoy is probably in that gratification of that people tell me they enjoy it. Is probably my favorite thing. And yeah, that's probably just hearing positive feedback as well as the negative feedback. I've gotten that as well. But hearing, that, I enjoyed that, or that was good. That's enough for me.
Dave, you're up, buddy. You guys hear that?
Yeah.
Pros.
Look at him. Sound like playing the guitar.
What's the question?
Knew you were going to say that.
How does the millionaire got bad internet?
Is it my? Well, it's because I'm trying to watch the customer at the same. Is my internet bad?
It was.
Pull us up for a bit just now. Oh man, that was good. What do you enjoy most about being a YouTuber?
Well, my friend.
Oh God!
God.
Dave's done.
He's gonna sell his shares of AT&T.
That was awesome. could have scripted that any better. It's up as well. Oh my gosh, for Jamie, that is amazing. Oh man,
Dave froze.
I can't see my contacts rolling around my eye. Well, okay, on to the next question while we're waiting for Dave to come back, I guess. Hang on, let me answer that one. What do I enjoy the most? Things like this happening. You just never know what's going to happen when, and meeting other people, bringing, other entrepreneurs, investors, everybody together, man. It's a total rush. It's so much fun. So much fun. All right, anybody know how to bring him back in or what?
He's going to come back in by clicking the link.
Got it. Oh, so much for my ad work today. Holy
Look for him in the backstage.
I'm backstage. All right. I'll keep my eyes open for him. In the meantime, what do you guys have planned for your goal for 2020 for your channel? What do you guys have planned for your channel this upcoming year?
Yeah, 2020, man, it's going to be a good one for Rico Suave Investing. You want to go over there and subscribe.
Hang on. Dave's back. Do we let him back in or just keep him in the back?
Keep him out for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, you can bring it back in, man.
Let's see. Hang on. There he is.
I think I found out what the issue was. Somebody's logged into my Plex server watching a movie. It's like, oh, one of my friends. Like, great. Right in the middle of a live stream.
Oh my gosh. I'm sorry.
So I basically shut the Plex VM down.
Thanks for the laugh. Oh,
What was the question? Did we move on?
Well, the question was,
What do I like about YouTube the best? Is that what it was?
Yeah.
For me, like I enjoy.
Questions already, but go ahead and answer it.
Oh, we're on a new question already. I just like because I'm kind of a person that likes to visualize something. If I'm going to learn something, physically they're fixing something or building something, then I can just go watch it. Versus reading a book, it would be very difficult for me to assemble something or just off of reading it versus a picture. So anything you want to learn these days, it's out on the internet, it's out on YouTube. So that's what I like best about it. It's good entertainment.
Making fun of you saying you can't AOL.
Without me, I'm sorry. I'm laughing. So, what are your plans for this upcoming year?
Huh?
Am I echoing again?
Something's echoing.
It might be. Am I echoing again?
Something's echoing.
It might
Who said that?
And I paid for StreamYard. That's the best part. I paid the whole year for this thing.
How much is it?
It was $200. I want my money back. Oh man. Oh.
200 per year? Per year. 200.
Yeah.
Okay.
I should add on here that I've met a ton of people in this community. That's one of the best positive things of me even starting the channel, because I don't have a lot of friends because I work remote a lot of the time and I'm in my house. I work from my bed most of the time. So, meeting everybody here, meeting everybody in the comments, there's a lot of people in the comments here that we talk to that are in the community. So that's one of the best things for me is just meeting everybody and, kind of building these relationships. So.
Jamie's funny, man.
I'm sorry, guys. Okay, so let's get back to those goals then. Anthony, help me. Where do you go this upcoming year?
So just the beginning of this year is going to be a little bit of a rocky start for the YouTube channel because I do work in public accounting. So I mean, I am going to be working like crazy hours, but I'm going to try to get at least 1 to possibly 2 videos out a week. But after that ends in April, I want to hit the ball running. I want to get, stay consistent with my 4 videos a week. And I want to incorporate more of a live stream. I do my fantasy football, but I like to do something with the investment side too. I even thought of possibly doing like investment trivia, like a fun kind of, ask questions about investing and whatnot. I'm trying to think of different ideas and whatnot, but it's just something I want to, continue to work on, improve my channel, continue to reach out and meet new people to connect with, as well as just, bulk up my content. So I see, YouTube as a big part of my 2020. I want to just continue to improve my channel.
Cool.
Yeah.
Next, whoever else wants to take it.
I didn't get to answer it, but basically same thing as my loan here saying, just stay consistent, 3 videos a week, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday night stocks with Rico Suave, continue my, how to invest in stocks. I make it so simple for people, I'm saying step number 1, step number 2, 5 easy steps on how to invest on stocks and everything. Just continue putting out content and looking for that, hoping for that viral video, man. All I need is 1. That's all I need. You know what I'm saying?
That's what they say.
You got to clickbait.
No clickbait.
Yeah.
Ryan, what are your plans?
First, I want to say thank you. My wife says thank you to Jamie for complimenting our decor. And then, my goals are really just, I think gradualism is probably the best thing, just getting better with every little video. I've ordered myself kind of a mobile microphone to start bringing along, improve the audio quality. And like Jose's saying, just, you're always like 1 video away, from really growing subscribers. Like when my wife has videos go over 6-figure, over 100,000 views, she literally gets like 1,000 subscribers in a day. You know, what it's taken me 7 months to build. So it's just trying to figure out how to get the algorithm to like you like that, while not being some kind of cheesy, clickbaity, you know, not really substantive topic, which is the challenge. So that's really you know, I want to give good, valuable content. I think if I can keep on improving the quality of the content, and if my investments play out the way I think they will, that'll just bring more validity to my channel and make it worthwhile for people to subscribe and come back.
Cool. Dave? Les?
I think gradualism, as Ryan said it, is probably the more realistic way of approaching your channel's growth or your business's growth. Viral videos are great, but I think they're pretty rare, even though like we all see the viral videos. I think, like Jose said, that viral video would be awesome. But I think it's extremely rare. I don't know what the stats are. I don't know if anybody's quantified it, but so it seems like more like there might be more of like a semi-viral video where your video gets like 100K views, like one of them out of 100. And then you can kind of, you can try to take advantage of those really popular videos by having good descriptions and maybe doing like part 2s, I think, and just like step by step, like growing your channel to some goal, whatever that goal might be. I never actually, I didn't know, Ryan, your wife had like a YouTube channel. What's the channel's, what's the name?
Jessica Giffen. So my last name, Jessica's her first name.
Okay, I'll check it. I'll be the sub number 1 out of 1,000, I guess.
She's at like 19.4 right now.
Nice.
How long is she, Ryan? How long has she had her channel for?
I think February would be 2 years.
Wow.
February.
Oh man,
That's impressive.
That's good.
Pretty cool.
that's amazing.
Dynamic duo right there.
Yeah. Well, she's doing more than I, but I'm
You're
getting
still crushing it. You're still.
Wow. Dave, what do you think?
You know, on Independent Investors live stream on Friday, he's basically talked about viral videos. He has over 400 videos. He's still waiting for his first viral video. So you know, if it happens, that's great, but I'm not going to try to make it happen. I'm not going to do anything specific to try to make that happen because, you know, I'm just not really that entertaining. But at the same time, what I would really like to see is just to have most of my videos being picked up by YouTube, not just by the community here, because, you know, obviously when I post a video, everybody in the community, you know, hopefully everybody, you better be, no, I'm just kidding, but better go watch my video. But if it gets picked up by YouTube, it reaches the masses. It's not just this community, you know, and that's where it becomes, you know, helpful for the channel, helpful for, you know, getting the message out there. I don't know exactly what makes that happen, but I have one Funrise video that gets a ton of views every day. And if you can make every video get picked up like that, then that to me is being successful, at least for me. So I'm going to try to do that. I don't know what causes that. It could just be a keyword, you know, maybe I need to throw Robin Hood every one of the titles or something, but I'm not going to do that either. But Robin Hood seems to be popular, so
Yeah.
Got it. So guys, my goal is to just connect with more, you know, people like us and to grow our community. You know, that's definitely my aspiration is what I want to accomplish this upcoming year. So next, money matters. Hang on, Jamie. There we go. Here's a real question. He says, if you could never monetize your channel, who would still be doing this as a content creator? Dun, 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 dun.
And 0 hands go up.
Jose's all Jose would be out. I'm going to answer for him.
I'll be out, man. I'll tell you the truth. Well, I won't be as, whatchamacallit, like worried about, oh my God, I got to put out a video, you know, every 2 or 3 days because, you know, the algorithm won't pick me up. I wouldn't be that worried about that. I might still bring you 1 video a week, Saturday Night Stocks with Rico Suave. Like, you know, like that.
I
You know what I'm saying? But probably would not be, you know, if it, for free. Who likes to work for free? This is work. This is not passive income, brother. This, you got to put in work for your videos and all that. Now, a lot of people, you know, they just turn on the camera and go or whatever, you know. But you know, most of us that create content, That's hours and hours of research, video, prepping, and script writing. I mean, look at Kevin's videos, for Christ's sake, and Gen X videos, man. That takes time.
Oh, that's
You know what I'm saying? Out of your life, out of your family time, and all that. So, trust me, man. A lot of people will be out.
And Ryan, your videos are starting to now become like more, complex as well. How much longer are your videos taking you now?
Yeah, they take a while. And to answer the question from Jamie, I probably would still do it, but I wouldn't do things to make it that entertaining. Like I'm really trying hard to create valuable content with entertainment. If there was no opportunity to monetize it, it would probably be like live streams. So much easier to sit down and turn it on and talk. So to answer the question, yeah, they do. I can only imagine Gen X. Gen X is probably the hardest working YouTuber, and if that guy doesn't have 100,000 subs in the next year, we're all screwed. Gen X is amazing.
Yeah. Shop. Anthony, how about yourself?
Yeah, I mean, I'm having an absolute blast. I've only been doing it for a little over 3 months. I would have to agree with what Rico said, though. I mean, the end goal is to eventually hope to get monetized within the year, but I am having fun regardless of if that even happens this year or next year. But I think I'm just going to continue to, stay with it and just have fun with it. So I think it's like an in-between answer, but I really do. I'm having a blast with it. But again, the end goal is to hopefully, reach that, peak and get monetized, which would be really cool, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. Les.
Yeah, so it's a really good question. And a couple things. Number one, you're asking like a bunch of business guys, investing guys. So we're doing content because at the end of the rainbow there might be some a little bit of gold, I guess, or whatever. But maybe if I would, for me personally, and I think for most like maybe investors, business guys, I'm not in it for the fame as much as I am for the financial aspect of it. Riches and fame, I guess. I'm more for the riches part. I don't really care too much about the fame. Now that being said, there's a lot of like nice side things that come with it. But that financial goal is oddly satisfying. Like once you get that first YouTube check, there's something oddly satisfying about that. And it does push you, like even from caveman times, we're all seeking the meat, I guess, or whatever from the hunt. And once you get the meat, it's like kind of satisfying. Like I can't explain it. And so it's kind of cool. Plus, we're investing guys, so this is interesting passive income. Those videos will get views for years to come, hopefully, and as long as YouTube doesn't screw things around too much. And that's so I think it's I don't think I would make videos, to bluntly answer the question, if there was no chance of getting paid for it. Now, not to extend my conversation too long, because there are a bunch of us here, but I think like once you get really big or sort of on a different level compared to us, there are different ways to monetize. So maybe you won't get, maybe you're like the big guys aren't even monetized because like YouTube keeps shutting them down anyway, especially the guys that have anything controversial. But they make money in other ways, like branding deals and whatnot. So, yeah, it's nice. Definitely financial. I'm doing this for finances, but there are perks that come out of it anyway. So it works out.
Definitely, Dave. How about you?
Well, so that's a good question. I would probably still make videos even if I wasn't monetized. But at the same time, the monetization, in my opinion, whether it's paying you or not, it's still kind of like a confirmation that you're doing something right in a way, at least reaching people that, at least that's how I view it. So like, okay, you're on the right track. And it's kind of just, it's twofold, I guess. You're doing something right, but you're being paid for it at the same time, which kind of tells you you're doing something right. But I don't have any desire to have 1 million subscribers or anything like that. My desire is to try to reach as many people as I can that aren't, that are scared to invest, that, have lost a bunch of money in the market and they don't want to get back in because they're scared. People that are just, financially, the financial IQ is very low and they just want to increase it. it's stuff like that. And when I started this channel, it was more about just trying to share my knowledge to help as many people as I can. So obviously when you get monetized, if I got to 100,000 subscribers or something like that, I'd be bringing more money in, which to me gives me a lot more freedom to help more people. I can travel around, I can fund stuff and certain things to help more people in different ways, charities and all that. So it's not all about just being paid, that you're just going to use that for your own thing and buy a $20,000 watch, right? It's more of just using that money to help other people if I can. So that's the way I view it. 20,000 subscribers, I'll probably be happy, honestly.
Yeah, I'd be happy.
I feel like when Graham Stephan started disclosing how much he was making from YouTube, like the floodgates, people walked in.
Yeah.
I mean, it perked your ear. Like, you can make $100,000 a month from talking to a camera. It sounds silly, but it's much harder than that.
He's had his channel for?
I think almost 2.5, 3 years, I believe.
Are you kidding?
Yeah.
Timing, like he hit it at the right time. Like there was probably really nobody out there. How many people go to his channel to watch his channel that are other fellow YouTubers though?
What, in our community?
I mean, how many real subscribers does he have that just watch him for his content versus going there to leave a comment? I mean, to me,
if you go to the
I think it's over
comment
50% of non-content creators at least. I would think so.
But the algorithm just recommends him. Like the algorithm loves him. And
does he come up on your suggestions all the time too, guys?
Yeah, he does.
I think less so now that we're more connected with other YouTubers in our community. He comes up less. But when I was just consuming, he was like just straight up right there all the time, like every day.
I thought he was the only one.
Yeah, his content is the big channel content is for the mainstream. You know what I'm saying? They hit the mainstream media. The big channels that keep getting pushed by the algorithm because of the number of views and the number of subscribers and stuff like that. So
they're making money off of it.
Yeah, they make ads.
Yeah.
People with they making money from them. So they're gonna continue to get pushed, and little guys like us until we make it to 100,000 subscribers, something like that. We're not even gonna get any attention, man. So their content is for the mainstream. That's the first people you find when you log in, to YouTube is, Graham Stephan, financial education, Ryan Scribner, your Grant Cardone's, your, whatever. So,
yeah, Grant Cardone.
He does put a lot of effort into his. Sorry, I don't know if I was interrupting anybody. There's 6 of us here, I guess, still. But it seems like I watched one of his videos where he talks about how he makes it, and he tries to make everything as perfect as possible. So he tries to really get that quality in. So he does extensive research. He has a nice background set. He does everything he can to make the video perfect. So it's not like it's not necessarily undeserved. He's really, really trying. And I mean, succeed obviously not trying anymore, but it's working. So I think it goes to shows quality is important. Yeah.
He's a good speaker and he's entertaining as well.
Yeah.
So, all right, so before we get into the next question, quickly, guys, talk about building communities. If anybody has not joined my website, go ahead and do it now. We got the my community is there for bringing entrepreneurs and investors together. And if anybody wants to join, by all means, just follow the 3 steps down here and use the promo code for tonight. Hang out with if you want to join for free, but it cancels at the end of this live stream. So do it soon. Question. I think we had a question here from. Can you guys see?
Oh, Rick, and another thing I want to point out about these big YouTubers, a lot of them, you got to remember, they bring a following already with them before they start a channel, okay? Like Andrew Jink was a magician before he became a YouTuber and stuff like that. So you got to remember that. They're not starting like us, Flo Joe knows nobody. They bring in a following, Graham Stephan, big real estate guru or whatever, are following with him. So remember that. It's not just superstars, YouTube superstars from ground zero. They bring a following with them to a new platform. Grant Cardone, Dave Ramsey,
Yeah.
I think I'm going to pull my Pathfinder in and stick it behind me.
Oh.
All right, Phil's got a question at Tech Unboxing Videos. Does anyone plan to share their knowledge and experience with high school students? Anybody? Anthony, you want to start this one?
If I had the opportunity, I would go back to high school. I've actually thought about reaching out to some professors, even just telling them about the channel, and feel free to, if you think they could provide value to any of the students, feel free to share it. But I would definitely feel comfortable going back to my high school and, talking about my experience with YouTube. I've been back to my college for like recruiting events. I always try to, make myself available as a resource when I, for my company, I would go there and help recruit. And I would just, feel free to connect me on LinkedIn. Feel free to message me if you have any questions about the company, about, the college, because we went to the same college. So I know a lot about, the university itself and just, my experience there. So I would definitely be open to going back to my high school and, sharing some of my experience with YouTube, with investing, as well as going back to, one of my classes for college and, talking about that in one of my business classes for sure.
That's cool. That's cool. Ryan, what about you?
Yeah. What is this that YouTube's doing now? Whenever you upload a video, they want to know if it's suitable for kids or not. I'm saying no because I have a feeling it'll.
Yeah, say no. I would say no.
Say no.
They know.
Set that for the default.
That's like the given almost. Like
Yeah, I'm saying no because they're trying to.
You have to regulate with all of that. So.
Yeah, but I actually I went to college to be a high school teacher, and then I played a couple years of college baseball, and when I moved back home, I started coaching at my local high school where I used to play baseball, and so I was able to have a lot of impact there. But right now, with another kid on the way, I have to be a little bit more selfish with my time growing a business. My business kind of took off while I was in college, so I still finished my studies at night. So I have done it before. But now with two kids, I'm a little more selfish. I have to build my family first, and then I'll get back out there.
Got it. Les?
Oh, sorry. I was just reading this Blood Phantoms comment. It's kind of funny.
Thanks, Alex.
That's awesome.
So wait. What's the question again?
Dave. That's for Dave. His comments right below you. It's right there in the comments.
Oh, the high school thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have much opportunity. My wife's a teacher, but she's a kindergarten teacher. So, and my kids are like that age as well. So, like, my only opportunity is like being surrounded by like crazy 5-6-year-old, 3-year-olds, and like there's nothing to teach them other than like settle down, like calm down or not calm down. I don't know. Like I don't mind. It's good that they're.
No, would you go back to high school though to teach other students? Would you do that?
I don't know. Like I don't. There's too many hormones for me in high school. Like everybody's thinking about girls and boys or whatever. And speaking of girls, we need a woman's influence here. There's 6 guys here. We need.
Marie just showed up. Marie from Minds in Motion. She just showed up, so maybe she can help you.
Yeah, I saw my
properly.
But that's a good point in the sense that I think investing, at least like what I see, it's guy heavy. It's male heavy. Like my wife, like I don't know, I don't have that much to compare it with, or I haven't really qualified it. But all my friends that talk about investing are guys, and my wife definitely is not interested in investing. So that's kind of maybe it's a guy thing, but yeah, that's kind of interesting. But no, I don't know. Like I think I'd be more interested in like at the university level. Like I definitely don't have the experience to teach anything at the university level, but I definitely had more. I enjoy university more, or college, I guess. Up here in Canada, we call it university sometimes, but I definitely enjoyed college much more than I did high school. I think in high school I was more of a loser, and then in college, you're in college, and like kind of like half of you are losers because you're in, you're smart enough there to be in college. So, so I enjoyed college way more, and I think like at the college level and at the same time too, like and it varies, but I think people in college are more serious. They're ready to start a business or really start investing. Plus, they have the means potentially to do that. So I'm kind of more interested in the college, but yeah, that'd be neat for sure.
All that to say yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Dave or Jose, would you guys do it?
I would do it, but I would probably just more talk about my story and, kind of let that resonate with them versus going there and just try to teach them, because it would open their mind, in my opinion. But you try to come in there and just, rattle off a bunch of numbers and this and that, it's probably not the best way to go. Unlike Les, I was a loser all the way through my master's, so just kidding there. But I'd probably just come in there and kind of tell them, hey, it's like, this is what I did in my 20s. I wasted a bunch of money. And, I was living paycheck to paycheck, had a bunch of student loans, and, I got serious about saving and investing, and, became a millionaire in 7 years. So
Dave,
from blah, blah, blah. What?
Did you have like an aha moment? I find that so fascinating that you, or what changed you from paycheck to paycheck to millionaire? Was there a rock bottom? Was there a life event, or was it just I'm tired of it?
No, it wasn't. It was me going to work overseas, really, and there's nothing to do, really, except for work 60-hour weeks, 12-hour days, or actually I was working 10-hour days, and you're making, so much money, it's like you can't spend it. There's nothing to spend it on. And at that point, you're saving and you're investing, right? So it kind of just compounds, like it becomes like an obsession, right? Like, oh, okay. It's for me, that's how it was. Like, okay, I'm saving, I got this much, and then next I'll pay this off, I'll pay the student loans off, I'll pay the car off. And then it's just like you're investing and you're making money from money, and it just becomes an obsession. Like every penny that you get paid, you're trying to save as much as possible, trying to invest it. And for me, that was just compound on each other when I got on itself. And when I got back from overseas, it just stayed with me.
Yeah, man, like being in that spot, like we talked about that before in the past, Dave. That's amazing. And how long were you there for?
20 months, and I just couldn't take it anymore. I mean, it was easy money, such easy money. You're looking for something to do all day just to burn 10 hours, right? So, but it's a very tough situation to be in, just the environment, So you're around, 99% dudes. So.
So what did you do overseas?
It was a military base. I worked on a military base, so. Which is all dudes.
Because when you were talking, I really felt the same way when I worked on well site, essentially. But I worked as a geologist, so I was just stuck in trailers all day long, and again surrounded by dudes. Like there are very very few women out there. That's not the problem, is being surrounded by dudes, but. The problem is that you get kind of cooped up and you're in these trailers, and like I think like the actual rig, on the derrick, the crew essentially, like in a ship, like they have more of a friendly relationship with one another. But for geologists, us nerds or whatever, like people don't really like you, and you're just kind of like sitting there in the trailer doing numbers, looking at rocks all day. So drill cuttings essentially, and I felt exactly the same way. But at the same time, you totally do save some money, which opens up some opportunities. Which is why
that's exactly what it was. Yeah. So I lived in a little teeny room, and you had a roommate every once in a while. And we're talking about a super small room, sharing a bathroom with 4 people. And it's just like, and these people come in there temporary. For maybe a week or 2 at a time, and they think it's a hotel, so they trash the place. And it's, it's a 7-day menu, so you're the same thing every 7 days. It's like, it just gets real old after a while. It's, eventually just, you got to leave. So, and that's what happened.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. I can relate to all of that, man. Once on MREs, bro.
MREs are probably better.
That what you were eating? Yeah.
No, we had a real mess hall, but we could get MREs if we wanted.
So, guys, what do you guys think is your least favorite thing about YouTube? What do you guys think? First thing that comes to your mind. Jose, you're up.
I don't know. I love YouTube. I love learning on YouTube. But, I have to watch something, if it's not for entertainment, I got to learn something to make it worth my time. I hate trolls, maybe. You know, some trolls, people that don't have a channel, don't have any money saved, talking about how the channel suck and I only got $2,000 saved up. You know what I'm saying?
Anonymous avatars.
I'm like, where? Okay, well, show me your fortune then. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you know, they don't have anything. They like to talk out of their, you know, both sides of their mouth or whatever. You know, so or they got no subscribers, no channel, no likes, no savings, no nothing. They go down in the comments and they're like, "Hey, you suck" or whatever. And it comes down, right? If you want to get down,
like cut.
tell me why, so I can fix it next time, dummy. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not a mind reader. You know what I'm saying? Like, that pisses me off about YouTube.
Oh, Jose. What do you think?
Nothing really comes to mind. I'll just piggyback off what Jose said with the trolls. I actually got one comment once about my portfolio, and he I don't know if it was a he or she, whoever commented, was just like, "How are you like a college graduate? You have your master's, you only have like $6,000 in your investment portfolio." I'm like, I don't know what like it was just like one of those comments, like it kind
Just out of college.
in a way. Just like I didn't see the need for it. It was just a little weird in a way, but. I guess besides that, like I've had great experiences with everyone I met on YouTube, and I've just been having fun with it. But that was one thing that kind of came to mind.
Yeah, Ryan, how about you?
All of these Tesla haters. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm joking. No, YouTube's great. I hate to like complain anything about it. If there was to be a complaint, I would just say it's kind of like monolithic. I've said where YouTube just runs the show, the algorithm. The content creators don't have any kind of collective bargaining. Yeah, there's no competitor to it to offset whatever they do. So it's great, but I think in the future it would be good if there was other competition to kind of make sure that YouTube had the best platform. There's nothing really to compare it to.
Yeah, definitely agree with you on that. Have you had any negative comments yet?
I don't. Nothing that bad.
Dave's laughing because it was him.
Yeah.
So many other accounts.
I mean, I had some people think I was an idiot for like when I made my video like why I'm investing in Tesla in 2019. Like, maybe some people like if I don't know you, like maybe it bothers me more. But honestly, so far I'm expecting worse, and maybe the bigger the channel gets, get people that are not as nice. But actually, I had a friend today that I did an Instagram story just saying, I was just kind of following the price lottery in cryptocurrency today. Mm-hmm. And I just kind of share stuff like that. And he called me a fraud or something like that. I was like, well why? Like, because I'm on it. Like, you don't, he was just upset. Like, people are upset that I'm investing in cryptocurrency. I'm like, it's my money. Like, why are you upset about it? I had offended people that I would invest in that. But I mean, it's my risk, take your own risk. And right now, it seems like Bitcoin seems to consolidate around 6,600. So
yeah, I picked it up at 6,850. I put a limit order in that.
Yeah. I've been. I think Well, we'll see. I was thinking that the market cap might go to 6,400, or I was looking for 6,400, but I was buying on the way down. Yeah,
I'll probably average down too if it gets in that range. I only put like $50 and I try to dabble in a little bit if it gets in that range.
Yeah, I'm getting a little out of control. I gotta the dopamine.
It is a rush.
It's hard to buy Bitcoin in Canada. Like I literally tried like back in the day when it was like $300, and I
what about like Coinbase?
Yeah, CoinSquare. They're in your city. They're in Calgary.
CoinSquare?
Yeah, CoinSquare.
But it wasn't there when it was $300. It was like this. It was like Circle.com or something, and I tried to buy it, and it's like Canadian Visa cards are not accepted, and like that was the only way to pay by Visa or by credit card.
You're talking about like a machine at a variety store.
No. It was actually like place to buy it. I mean, like I know it's kind of an excuse, I guess, because I know a few guys who own it in Canada, but yeah, like I don't know. They're the ones who told me like where to go and how to do it, and I tried and it failed, and then I took it as a sign from the universe that like maybe you shouldn't do that. But it was literally this was at the time when it was $300, so like I would have like made big money, I guess.
I bought mine at 175.
Wow, that's crazy.
But that was like years ago, right?
Yeah. So when did you sell that?
Question, I guess. Rapid.com, you can buy it there on the exchange. It's easy.
Okay, yeah.
We'll talk about it if you want. We'll talk about it later.
Yeah, okay.
Rick, are you still holding your Bitcoin?
Yeah.
You never sold. You didn't sell it when it went to 20,000.
Never sold it. No.
You better sell that monopoly money before it goes out to zero.
Well, regulation, right? Like the governments, like that. I feel like that's a big. Like the governments want to shut it down if it gets too big, right?
Mm.
I believe so. Absolutely.
My theory is that right now they're letting the free market, perfect it, and then once they feel like they have it, they'll try to take it over. But we'll see if they're able to at that time. But who knows how many other countries may adopt cryptocurrency? And I could even see like failing governments like put all their money into Bitcoin to try to salvage themselves. Like there's a lot of cryptocurrency is very fascinating to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely.
Whatever happened to Facebook Libra? The government blocked that.
Yeah, I think I got shut down.
Yeah. Well, I think that they're still trying to push through it. They'll find a way to have the regulators oversee it. The government wants to control it.
Ryan, do you remember when Litecoin was going to come out with their own like payment processing service? I think it was like 17 or 18, but that never fell through.
Yeah, but then Charlie Lee backed out and sold his Litecoin. I don't believe in that. I only invest in Bitcoin Cash and Ethereum. There's only two projects I have interest in right now.
Gotcha.
You guys remember BitConnect?
BitConnect.
Yeah.
That was like the word. That's the problem with cryptocurrency. It brings in a lot of charlatans. And I don't want to go too deep into like my bull thesis, but yeah, there's a lot of those charlatans that have come in to pump it because it's such a small market. It's easy to pump and manipulate.
Right. Yeah. Definitely. Guys, if you guys could do 2 shout outs to anybody on YouTube, who would it be? Jose.
Shout out to my boy Daniel from Informed Day Trades and Day Trading. I mean, without him, I wouldn't be here. Over 1,000 subscribers. Thank you to the YouTube Mastery Program that he put together and got me monetized in less than 4 weeks. Got me to 1,000 subscribers in less than 4 weeks and monetizing in less than 2 days after that, less than 48 hours. So Daniel, for sure, he's the reason I'm here today. And a collective shout out to the entire community, the investing community, Rick, Dave, Kevin, Alex, Gen X, Ryan, just everybody in the community, man, because, I wouldn't be here without you guys, it's just, I love all of you, man. J-Mac, everybody out there, just that become part of my family. Jamie, Marie, just from day one, when I started the video number 1, I can go back to video number 1 and see who left the comment and still here. You know what I'm saying? They're still here supporting. So that's just awesome, and all the new ones too. All the new people that came in, tech unboxing and all that. Everybody that just kept coming through and joining the community. So,
yep, definitely. Anthony, how about you?
I got 2 that come to mind.
Collective, the community.
I got 2 that come to mind. 2 people I'm very connected with, and I think they have awesome content. First, Feeding You Information. He does like a CEO show. I don't know I'm sure most people on the panel and in the chat have seen some of his videos. If you haven't, he's got phenomenal videos. And then Investor Sensei. They're two channels. I think they put out really good content. And then they're 2 people I'm very connected with, and I always make sure to watch their videos, and they do the same. And we connect through Instagram, through we have some chats over like LinkedIn and whatnot. So those are 2 people I would like to give shout outs to.
Awesome, Ryan.
Yeah, the first one I would do is Spending Jar. Charlie has such a great channel, such great content, and dude just deserves so many more subscribers. I'm not sure why he doesn't have more. Maybe we all network a little bit more, but his videos are so good. And you can tell he's just a really good dude. Like he donated money to the thing I was doing for the Bahamas. So did you, Rick, and he did like other random acts of kindness for people. And he brings valuable content, good product reviews, and he's a phenomenal options trader too. He just deserves a lot more than what he has. And also, I want to give a shout out to. I'm going to do 2 more. Marie with Minds in Motion. I do think I think it's really cool to I was going to say badass. I don't know if I can say it on YouTube, but like for a female woman to be hanging with the boys and building her portfolio, I like to see more of that, more females in the community. So I think it's really cool. And then there's another small channel that he's hilarious to me, and I've seen Dave comment on his videos. I'm not sure if other people know him, but Justin Taylor, Let's Make Money.
Yeah, that guy's great.
I like so a lot.
He's so funny, dude. But he's only got 100 subscribers. Like he cracks me up.
Yeah,
I just want to like those ones. I think is really cool.
I always try to figure out what he's looking off in the distance at.
If he was more consistent, like if he did like 2-3 videos a week, he would get going. He
He's so
doesn't do
funny.
enough. Yeah, he's
he like
good
he has
though.
like
I
these,
like him a
he has,
lot.
he has like these smart aleck kind of cursing and he beeps
Yeah,
them
yeah.
out about something.
Yeah.
It's so funny. But those three.
Sorry, got it. Les, how about you?
Yeah, I'm kind of the odd. I'm kind of the odd one out here because you guys are kind of in the investment community, and I'm more on the like event business community or whatever.
Well, anybody.
Now that being said, I invest, and I'm a fan of investing, and I watch investment channels. But my channel is like less about investing. Now that being said, there's two guys. They're kind of towards my side, business, rentals, whatever. And that tech guy and other entrepreneur stuff. And me and him have been kind of growing at the same time. Well. And there's also he's one of the first commentators on this stream, and that's I can't actually scroll up that far, but it was it's start a home-based event business, event rentals, and me and him are basically friends, and he helped me start up the photo booth. Sort of addition to the event business, and oddly enough, it's like really lucrative. I didn't think the photo booth thing. I thought it would be just like a little side item thing, but it's lucrative. Like people love those things, and they rent out for more than I would have expected. So shout out to him for sure.
Cool. Dave?
Instead of mentioning everybody in the community, because you all know that I love you, you all know that I comment on your videos and I watch them, I'm going to mention two people that don't really frequent the chats or do any live streams, but Brad over at Financial Toolbox or Financial Firefighters Toolbox, I think that's what it is. Enjoy watching a lot of his videos because it's relevant to what I'm trying to do. So I think he has a pension, which I don't have, and I think the dividend experiments, another one, I think his name is Ricky, if I'm not mistaken. So I mentioned those two guys. They're kind of getting close. Actually, one of them's already retired. So, and yet, Brad's looking at a place to retire as far as in the U.S. and all that. But I actually like Matt Money as well. So just because him and I are, he works overseas, I worked overseas. I think he wants to retire over in some other, country like Thailand or something. So, maybe someday I'll be able to retire over in one of those countries with them. So and you have some instant friends, which it's hard to come by. So,
yeah. His portfolio is at 385, brother.
Whoa, nice.
He can retire whatever the hell he wants.
Yeah. So, guys, I'm going to continue doing shout outs in my future videos. So there's two people here. Okay. I don't know if you guys have seen this guy. This guy cracks me up. He's a guy out of New York. His name's Brian, and he's got a channel called Billionaire by 30. I don't know if any of you guys have seen him. If anybody hasn't, go to his channel right now.
What's it called?
It's the guy, Billionaire by 30.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. This guy is so funny. So I reached out to him a while ago, not that long ago. And he's not really going to pursue that anymore because it would take him a week to do every video, he said. So he's going to start in the new year by just documenting his journey as being an entrepreneur. But I got to do a shout out for this guy. He's hilarious. I got to continue to do shout outs for all future members of our community. Most of my videos from now on, I'm going to do shout outs in. I just want to grow this community the best that we can. So, and if we can all collaborate together and work on, spreading the word and spreading the love out there. And Ryan, great point too. It'd be great to get some more females in the community as well. It's great to have Maria there and all good as well. So yeah, just gonna keep doing the shout outs for everybody that's gonna join in the future. Let's just keep growing this puppy.
Lydia does. I think we talked.
Yeah.
We got my sister now. She's in the community a little bit.
Yeah, your sister. Yeah.
So guys, sorry, go ahead.
How can we get Kitty on the stream for Jose?
Yeah, where's Kitty?
I don't know about that. I haven't seen her forever. I think they had a business partnership that went sour. Her and Night Rider, from the Festomania channel. So.
Guys, Citizen of the Year, whatever happened to Suzanne?
She posted a video, maybe a month ago, didn't she?
Which channel?
Investomania.
No, she's Arabelle, isn't she?
Arville. You're talking about Susan.
She had great content. She's good. I haven't seen her in a while.
Yeah, this is great. Look how many people are giving me shout outs to just by talking about them. This is great.
Yeah.
I can't believe I remember everybody's name. Jeez.
Yeah.
I remember. I made a point to remember. You know what I'm saying? But
What, the female channel names?
just everybody's name. You know what I'm saying? We had a lot of Chris. You know, Chris's and you know.
Chris and
then how many times did I call you Daniel, Dave?
I know I'm synonymous with Daniel.
So, guys, why would anybody want to join your channel? Here's a good question for you.
Oof. Okay.
Why would anybody decide to, subscribe to your channel? Who's up first on this one?
My channel. Well, my channel is just fun, man. You know, it's just fun. It's just you get to learn and you get to make money from money, like Dave was saying. And I teach you how to make money from money. So it's fun. You know, you get to learn, especially Saturday night stocks with Rico Suave. You never know what's gonna happen. There was a tornado one time, and I had Danny on the phone, and I was instructing him on what to do. And I was like right there on the spot live. So you never know what's gonna happen live. Yeah.
Go outside and look up. He was in the best place he could be, at a school, inside of a school. So
yeah,
inside the bathroom. Yeah.
Fallout shelters in there.
How about you,
and we started the structure next day.
So I feel like I try to be very transparent with my investment strategy with my stocks. So if they're up, I like to share, but as well as if they're down, I like to share. So I think you can really learn from that as someone who wants to get into investment. And I've got a lot of comments on my videos about people who don't invest, and they say they can understand what I'm talking about, because I try to keep it at a very level playing field. I try to just just talk through the process, talk through the overall scale of the company and what's going on with the company, and then kind of tie that back to the stock and how it's reacting, as well as I try to add in some fun content with my fantasy football stream, because I'm a big fantasy football fan. So I'm trying to pull in that sports community into my channel, as well as talk some silver content as well. So I'm just trying to build out my my content and kind of relate to multiple different types of audiences, and just keep it fun, keep it informative, and hopefully, viewers who get on my channel can kind of just learn from some of my experiences. Even though I haven't had, much experience in investing, I've only been doing maybe for 5-6 years. But I feel like I've learned a good amount through my, experience with starting in high school, and then, kind of learning through my college career. So that's kind of what I would hope for anyone who potentially subscribes to my channel, just to learn from my channel.
Good. Ryan?
Yeah. So when I was creating my channel, I almost gave it a name, and I almost called it The Average Investor, like Manny's channel, The Average Investor, because I wanted to kind of show people that and also J-Mac mentions this as well, just like a normal guy building, something. And not that I've created a lot, but I've kind of exceeded my own expectations to this point. I didn't, I thought I was going to be, a high school teacher. I've been able to build a business and have some success investing. So I just want to show how a normal person, it's not anything special. There's no special recipe. So, and by documenting that process, if it inspires, a couple people, it's worthwhile. So that just a normal guy, and I didn't come from anything, kind of. I don't like to kind of bang that axe of self-made, but I just this is all what I've built in my 30 years of life. Everything I have.
Les?
Yeah, so I think it's similar kind of across the board in terms of we're just trying to teach people and inspire people, and maybe if someone's getting into investing or getting into business, they'll find out our channels and learn from our channels, and kind of be able to connect with us. And I think that's a good question, because I don't ask myself that question enough, I think, and I think I should, because in the end, these videos are for the audience, and I need to ask that question more and see if I can improve, actually, quality-wise or entertaining-wise. Because sometimes I make a video and is it good enough, I guess, is the question. So, or how could I improve this video in the future, or this kind of content? So, yeah, I think the question overall is good.
Good.
Dave, you're up.
Question. I'm the last person. Something about What was the question?
Every time. Why would somebody want to subscribe to your channel?
That's a good question. You don't have to subscribe. Just come and watch the videos. That's fine. Like for me, when I get a comment that says, hey, this is interesting, I'm going to look into this, or I get positive feedback, to me, that makes it worthwhile doing what I do. So for somebody, I've talked about this before, somebody from the outside looking in, they probably look at me and say, oh, I'm never going to get there, or how do I get there? Or they have no idea how to start to get there. But what they don't realize is I've been where they were, right? So I can relate to them. They can't relate to me, maybe, right? But I've been there. I lived paycheck to paycheck. I had student loans, I've gone to school for how many years? My whole life, right? So I think I can relate to them. I can maybe, tailor the message and maybe package it or something way they can understand it, just because I've been where they were. So I just hope that they realize that, and I need to do a better job of trying to convey that. And then, but that's what they get from me, is just, somebody that understands where they're coming from, and then how to get them to be successful, or, be where I'm at someday over time.
Yeah.
Cool. Good. Is that it?
That's a good question to ask yourself all the time. Yeah. Hey, there you go. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, where's mine? I got
Have you guys ever met another YouTuber?
Not yet.
I ask now. Anybody with a camera, I'm like, hey, you putting that on YouTube? And,
Ryan's met one. He's met his sister. He's met his wife.
She's having my babies.
there was some guy fishing with like a camera, like a GoPro. I forget where it was, but and I'm like, hey, putting that on YouTube? He's like, yeah, but he was like younger. And I asked him, like, how many subs? He's like, 9.
We've all been there.
Yeah.
So I met Chris from Thrift Beast a while ago. He came out to my place, actually. I had a whole bunch of tour cards in the garage. Basically just gave it to him. So good guy. Very nice guy, actually. He was on the stream earlier. Hopefully he's still here. So guys, are you guys having fun with your channel? Honestly?
Yeah.
Honestly.
I'm having a lot of fun. I'll be at work and I'll just be like, I want to be doing YouTube right now. Like I'm having a lot of fun with it.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, I don't know. Like in my normal sphere, like people can only talk Tesla stock so much, and they'll walk away from me. Online, I can find them all day. That's a joke.
Oh, man. Tesla's a good topic though, Ryan, because like it's always popular,
Yeah,
like,
always trending. Yeah.
It does get clicks, but I don't want to fall in. I don't want to be Jeremy jumping on YouTube every 6 hours. Tesla this.
This just in,
Yeah. Elon Musk farted.
Yeah. I want to go back to the question about like, why should somebody subscribe to your channel? And I want to give a shout out to Dennis from True Financials, because I think it's very important what he does. And a lot of the little bit bigger channels like 10,000, 20,000 subscribers and so they talk about the root of the problem, with people living paycheck to paycheck and why they're doing it. They don't, and they break it down to like the basics, and I like that. The basics about finance. So to reach a bigger audience, you could do that as well. Talk about what is a Roth IRA or, things of that nature, not just like investing, look at all this money and look, this stocks and talk about like,
I think all that is the most valuable for sure versus just looking at a Robinhood portfolio, right?
Yeah. Just talk about just simple finance, terms and describe them and, so people can understand better your content and stuff like that. That'll give you a bigger audience, I think.
Yeah, I think if you're like kind of plateauing or you're growing like by the same number over a long period of time, you have to try to change your game one way or another, because it's clearly like, maybe it's working a little bit, but I think you always want to try to like change the game to kind of get into that better algorithm. you want that algorithm to like you as much as possible. So, as you change the game, you might find something that kind of works, and maybe that algorithm will kind of be like, oh, I like this guy, and it'll boost you up a bit. But I do see a lot of channels that, I don't know, kind of grows slowly and slowly and slowly. But it'd be neat to get like a little boost to eventually get to that next level.
Yeah, and your title and your thumbnails got to be on point, and your message has to resonate with the audience. Like a lot of videos I watch is like, my wife left me, I lost my job, why I got divorced. Just things like that resonate with people, and you can twist it to for your content. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't have to be necessarily clickbait, but you can say, this is why I quit my job, and then you go to the video, and then you can explain why you quit and why you started investing and stuff like that. See what I'm saying? So more like grandiose terms or whatever, general terms to cast a wider net on the net.
Yeah. And keep in mind, like we were talking about competition there briefly, but this is like another way to look at it. That it was unrelated to what I'm going to say now, but other than the word competition, but there is a lot of competition. Like you go to Social Blade, there's literally millions and millions of freaking channels. So like we're not competing among ourselves. I mean, we're helping each other grow, really. But there's a lot of like content creators, and there's only 5 billion people. So, or no, wait, 9 billion people, I guess. So I know that sounds like a lot, but when there's 30 million channels or 50 million channels, like that's crazy. That's a crazy amount of channels. So
getting your content in front of the right people that may be interested is something that's tricky, and I'm playing with. And I have a question, and also want to share something that has worked for my wife, and in some of my videos I've been able to find some groups. But like for my wife's channel, she does a lot of decor, and especially around the holidays. On Facebook, there are like people that like love Christmas more than you could believe, and there's whole groups with hundreds of thousands of people that get notified on their phone whenever someone posts in the group. So what we'll do, we'll take our Christmas video, and there's like 50 groups like this with tens of thousands of people, and we put them in all of them, and just puts the video right in front of people that are highly likely to enjoy the video and consume it and watch it all, and give it a kick on the algorithm. Daniel has told me something about Reddit. I tried one thing with Reddit, and like I got kicked off. Anyone have success putting their content on Reddit?
I've had, I wouldn't say it's success, but there are like startup YouTube groups where you can freely post links. And I can send you that.
JMax has a good one. Yeah.
So I mean, I look at my analytics, and I'll get like a couple external traffic from LinkedIn. So even if it's like 10 views over 100 views, it still helps out. So
everything
there freely. I'll send you guys all that information.
Yeah, because you want to put it in front of someone that's going to enjoy it.
Yeah. Definitely. All right. So Gil's got a question here for you guys.
Anyone thinking about publishing a video sharing the importance of building and maintaining good credit as an investor or business person? I think as a business person, if you're looking to get into real estate and and buy, get these loans so you can get this property so you can make money, yes, credit is very important. To me, I don't care about credit. I don't use credit. I don't have any credit cards. I don't want credit. No, thank you very much. I'm out. So
I have credit cards, but I use them for reward points. I'm trying to once I get to 850, when I'm close to it, I'm 836. But once I get to 850, I'll post a video out, and hey, you can actually get a perfect score. The thing is with me, like once you get to a certain amount, like you don't even need credit anymore. You know what I mean? Like it's just, why would you even use credit? You're just paying cash for investments or whatever, and it becomes you talk to anybody out there that has like that's a big investor in houses and all that, they don't use credit. Matter of fact, they try to go get a loan from the bank. The bank would probably reject them. They don't have any income technically, right? So,
yeah. Anybody else on that?
I would potentially make a video. I have credit card videos about a couple of the credit cards I use to kind of maximize my reward points. So that's something I would definitely consider making a video on, because I would like to get into real estate. I definitely don't have enough assets built up, enough cash built up, and that's probably like my 2 to 5 year plan, probably closer to the 5. But if I'm going to get into real estate, I would have to leverage some credit. So right now, I think I'm at 770. So, that's a pretty good.
That's excellent.
Yeah. So
well, under the eyes of the credit, yeah. You don't even need better.
Yeah. So at that point, I'll get probably attractive interest rate. So that's definitely a video I would like to, pair with my goals for real estate and kind of how I built on my credit score for that future endeavor.
Yeah, I've made a couple. I made one video about I made close to like $4,000 to $5,000 last year just by credit card churning, credit card points, signing up for cards, flights, and then when I was buying my house, I made some credit videos, and also how I didn't know this till the time, but credit, there's different algorithms depending on what you're applying for. So when I applied for my mortgage, my credit showed a little bit lower than when I applied for a credit card. They use different algorithms and they knock you on different things. I didn't know that. And Credit Karma specifically only does the one for credit cards and cars, so it's not accurate when you're going to look for a house. It's more stringent when you're applying for a mortgage. So I have, and as I buy more real estate, I'll do more. I have to use leverage. Dave, I'm curious, with interest rates being so low, still there's no interest in leveraging it. But I guess if you have so much cash, it doesn't really matter, right?
Yeah. Not for what I'm invested in.
Yeah.
You just pay cash for the house.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with Jamie. 740. I think 780 you get like the top at the top.
760 somewhere around there.
Like for me, it wouldn't have made. People were asking me if I was going to buy my Tesla cash, but I got a 3.9 rate, and my rate of return in the market this year, like my retirement account's 20%. Why would I
bury yourself all that cash?
Why would I? 45,000 is like too much for a car, anyways. But why would I? I'll leverage a self-driving car.
$70,000 for a Cybertruck is outrageous.
Queues in the house.
It's faster than 911, though.
Credit cards and stuff like that is just a tool. You just got to know how to use them. Thank the Lord, I don't need them, but there's a lot of people out there that need them for startups and stuff like that. And if you know how to use them well, you can make a lot of money, like Ryan is doing with his credit cards, churning and all that. So yeah,
for sure.
Have you guys heard of a guy named? He has a channel as well, Ben Mala. He's
great.
Yeah, and in that case, he's kind of like, I know debt is different than credit, but he really uses debt to as leverage, right? So like he buys massive properties or whatever for tens, maybe hundreds of millions, and I mean he uses bank money, but then he makes money off of the profit that the deal makes and stuff like that. So I don't know, I think I know debt and credit are different things, but I think it could be leverage potentially, if you're in that specific game. I don't know, but check out his channel if you haven't. There's some interesting things there for sure.
He's great.
Ben Mala.
So good question here. Citizen of the Year. Does anyone else track their net worth every month?
I got a budget every month. If you got to measure your money to know where it's going. No matter how much you're making, you should have a budget. My net worth is whatever this house is worth, minus the $2,000 I got in investments. That's it. You know what I'm saying? That's
all your videos and your games in the back.
Oh yeah. Well, I guess all this property that I got. Yeah, but that's the house is what 190 something left on the mortgage. That's it. Yes, I'm minus that. That's my net worth. That's the house. So.
Yeah, I'll touch this question. So I used to do it. I haven't touched that spreadsheet and probably because I have my own spreadsheet. I'm sure Dave and Ryan have seen a lot of my spreadsheets in my videos. I like to kind of do a lot of my own spreadsheets on the side. So I used to pull in all my assets and then pull in my salary and kind of calculate how much of a percentage of my salary I was saving, and I really saw what areas were increasing. I would really put in every single savings account I had, every single investment I had, and it helped me just keep track of everything. But I haven't been keeping up with that in the past probably 4 or 5 months. But I thought it was kind of cool to keep track and see how it was progressing throughout the months with my savings and whatnot.
Yeah, I do mine quarterly. So how about you guys? You guys on the lower bottom row there. You guys?
I do mine pretty much weekly because of the investments that I have. They come in throughout the month, and I would just totally get lost if I didn't do it every time something comes in. So I do mine pretty much weekly.
Wow.
Yeah, I watched a video actually by this another good channel. I never thought of this one, but Valuetainment by Patrick Bet David.
Oh, great channel.
Yeah, yeah, and he actually had a video about kind of tracking your net worth and recording it, because then it helps you kind of make decisions. It helps you see where you're standing from before and your growth. And I started doing it, although I haven't been consistent with it. But like it's really interesting to see your kind of your net worth. And he kind of talks about that your net worth is divided up into your influence in the community, so your social channels, your investments, your savings, your credit, your and all these things. And like he has like look that video up. It would probably be Valuetainment net worth, and it's a great video. And his channel is actually really good in terms of a business. And I mean he has a huge net worth, so definitely love to learn there.
Yeah, I'm probably every 2 to 4 months. I calculate it. If you guys follow my videos, you know I walk around with $1 million check in my pocket every month or every day to deposit July 5th, 2022. And I really think I can do it. I think I can do it. I'm probably about halfway there. And I'll start doing some videos documenting like as far as brokerage accounts. Like I recently broke 6 figures in those, and real estate and my equity in my business. So I'm building it. So I think it is important. And I got to say, since I wrote myself that check, I've probably increased my net worth 2.5 times in just a couple of years. So it is powerful. So
2022, you'll be how old?
That would be, what are we? We're 2020 in a few. So probably about 2 more years.
You'll be how old?
I'll be 32.
Wow.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see. I guess even if I fall a little bit short,
No, I mean, yeah, if you're at 900 or 800, that's still phenomenal.
I got the idea from Jim Carrey, actually, of all people, fellow Canadian here. But he had a great story about how he had a $10 million check. So I'm less ambitious than Jim Carrey. But and he said, like, my check's starting to get beat up. It's starting to fray a little bit. But I guess like the day that it was like due to be deposited, he got like a $10 million check for Dumb and Dumber. Like it happened. Like that's pretty crazy.
That is crazy.
True story, man.
Now, I do have a question for Dave real quick. I see that he put on the comments over here that worst place to have it tied up is in houses and stuff like that. And I want to know why you think that, Dave. I mean, this house right here I bought for $210. Right now I owe about $100, and I can sell it.
If you had $1 million and that's all you had, it was tied up in a house, that's the worst place for it, in my opinion. How are you going to make money from that?
You can rent.
You might make a little bit of appreciation every year, but that's about it. You need to leverage it.
Well, yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Like I bought this house, 4 years ago for $210. It's worth about $230 now, $240 or something like that. So
it's definitely not that comment is not directed towards you, Jose. I'm talking about somebody that has all their net worth tied up in their house, and that's it.
No, right? I want to know. I just want to know if you thought that real estate was a bad investment.
No. I mean, a house is a house. I plan on paying cash for a house, and that's just you got to take it off the net. It counts in the net worth. Don't get me wrong, but the way I look at it is okay. It's just going to prevent me from paying $2,000 a month, and I don't have to pay interest. But if that's all you have, and you're still trying to grow your net worth, it's the worst place for it, in my opinion.
So I don't think it's terrible in the sense that I mean maybe at a certain level it's or something it's not the best, but like say you're trying to save money and you're putting in say $1,500 into your mortgage. Like you wouldn't do that normally you probably wouldn't do that normally if you're just renting, or something like that. Because those are the options here, kind of like if you don't have the money to buy in cash, at least you can like put that money into that kind of equity and build that equity while say like you're renting and you're just throwing the money away. So I think
there's plenty of people out there. Matter of fact, Graham Stephan did a video on it because I remember specifically watching this video. Pay off your house or invest the money, right? And the answer to that is invest the money. Don't pay off the house, right? Because you're going to get a bigger return. Now the problem is people that would take that money are going to split it out over the years or whatever. The issue is they're putting the money in the house every year or every month, right? $1,200, $15, whatever the amount is. They probably wouldn't invest that, and that's exactly what you're talking about.
Right.
But if you were disciplined enough to invest that money versus put it into the house, you actually would end up way better off 30 years
Right.
later.
I think discipline is the problem there, or the key, I guess.
Well, we don't have a discipline problem on this panel, so.
Ex-military, ex-police officers. Well, we got
We should get
Pretty good team here, guys.
business owners, millionaires. Yeah, there's no lack of discipline in here, man.
All right.
Very nice panel.
Citizen of the year. Who here owns gold bars? Anybody?
I sold. I still own silver, but I sold my gold this year when around $1,500 to buy Tesla when it was lower. Because at the time I didn't have a whole lot liquid because I put so much cash down in here until actually I refinanced my other property. So, but the more I have a broader, like if you look at the commodity cycle versus the equity cycle, the only real way commodities are going to surge is through physical shortages. And right now, with the price of gold and silver, it's very profitable to mine in a lot of areas. So it'll go up a little bit on hedge of fear and trade talks, but you won't see the explosive growth you saw through 2000, 2010, in my opinion, because it's too profitable of a business to partake in. When you have physical shortages in commodities, you'll have massive rise in prices. And that's why commodities will stay cheap. And I'm actually bearish on gold and silver for the next decade. I think equities will continue to rise, and then we'll go into another commodity cycle. When precious metals become such a bad business, that's the time to get in and start investing. Right now, it's too good of a business to be a miner, in my opinion. But I still own some silver because I'm an idiot.
I own silver as well. I just
certificates.
what's that?
You own silver bars or certificates?
Oh, I own silver rounds, 1 ounce silver coins, basically. And I've done a lot of videos on it. If I could go back, I probably wouldn't do it again, just because I think it's, I've got a lot of hate for saying that, but I just don't believe in it anymore. I don't, I kind of take Buffett's stance on it. I want something that produces for me, so I'd rather own an acre of land or a half acre of land or something, pays a dividend or whatever, but. And you can have people that debate you all day long about that. Oh, you need to hedge, you need this and that, but there's no guarantee the next recession is going to be a financial crisis and it's going to peak up where it was or even go higher than it was last time. So who knows? I'll sell if I get up to $40 a ounce for it. But
so guys, I bought 2 silver bars. Okay, and they're over at the bank. There's a deposit box, and when I bought them, no joke, a month later, I bought them at $30 an ounce and about month and a half.
2012 or something?
Sorry?
Like 2012?
Yeah, it was a while ago. Yeah, it was shortly after our kids were born.
Because 2011, it was around 35 to 39, I think, somewhere around there. So
I bought it around $30, and then it wasn't long after, like a month and a half later, it went right down to 50. I'm like, that's great. And it's like only recently slowly started to creep up. And we're talking Canadian. I think it was at $17.
Just something that sits there, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, here are my 2 kids. Here you go, guys. It's worth like half the amount as it used to be. So.
This conversation is almost planned because I literally did a video this morning about a silver giveaway. Like
I'm holding one right
now. Audiences because literally I'm doing a silver, like I'm just giving away 1 ounce. Like it's a draw, right? So it's not just free giveaway to anybody.
Yeah, guys, check out Les's video they did today because you're walking along the river there in Calgary too, right? You're running along.
Yeah. I'm literally talking about bullion and how I collect a little bit of bullion, and I think I do it just because I don't know. I kind of diversify. Like I have my main streams, but I'm like, wait, why not diversify a little bit if you can. And I mean, Buffett's stance is like, oh, okay, get something useful. But in essence, like silver and gold still have their uses in technology and aerospace. And So they are useful more as I think silver more so than gold. But I'm kind of surprised silver is so low. And the nice thing about the rounds is that they're worth more than the weight value, because people kind of collect them for their dates and stuff like that. So they're worth a bit more. So that's why I usually buy 1 ounce rounds of silver. But yeah.
Alex got a question for you guys.
Never heard of it.
Anthony does do silver content. I like to hear his feed, his input on silver.
Yeah, I do like silver for the possibility of hedging a little bit, as well as the ratio is a little bit out of whack. So historically, it does trade in that 40-to-1 range. Right. If you calculate it right now, it's like almost 90-to-1, 85-to-1. So I guess if you think that gold is fair value, then silver is significantly undervalued. But if you think the reverse of that, if gold is overvalued, then silver is probably where it's supposed to be trading at. But
Well, when it gets up to 40, I'll gladly sell you my 600 ounces.
and when we say hedge, what exactly is it hedging against? Just the stock market?
Yeah, the market. Yeah, a recession or
inflation.
Yeah, I just have like a little
valuation,
couple coins here and there. Actually, I'm gonna be doing a Christmas giveaway right here. I picked up this Disney coin right there.
Nice.
So I'm gonna be wearing a Santa hat this week. I'm gonna be giving that away. So I think it'll be a little fun. But I just like it for like the collectible side of it as well. Like this coin, it's like a Disney coin limited to 15,000. So I like to pick up a little bit more of those coins that could have that potential, value long term for collectors, as well as if the price of silver goes up, you kind of get the increase on both ends of it. So
Sorry. Does anyone see? I mean, part of my interest in cryptocurrency comes from my previous interest into silver, mainly kind of hedging against central economic banks and kind of some non-sovereign currency that people can't control. Does anyone see anything similar to crypto? I think crypto will take some of precious metals market share because I think it is more suitable for today's economy.
Yeah. I think there's people definitely out there, the doomsdayers, that think silver is the end all be all for the currency. I'm not on that boat that I think the world's going to come to an end. And
we're off having bullets
with silver, but I think there are people in there that drive up the market because of that thought for sure. But
yeah,
it's interesting to see everybody's stance, and I'm starting to get to know all of you here through this 2 hours of talking. Like I can see who's where in terms of being conservative, being this and that. So it's kind of neat in that regard. I'm sorry, I'm not really answering or pairing with your question there, Ryan. But I thought.
Yeah, that answered the question. I was just curious as to like that was because that's how I viewed it. Like I think it's a much better opportunity. I'd rather invest in crypto to get that hedge than precious metals. I think it's much more upside.
No, for sure.
That's all the younger investors that are going to think that way, because you got a lot of old timers out there that are going to believe in metals big time. So
yeah. Anyone follow Peter Schiff?
Yeah, I've seen him. Yeah.
I used to read him closely, and I recommend his book. He wrote a very good book, Why an Economy Grows and Why It Crashes. I think it's a fantastic book. Explains kind of like how economies are built from a very two guys just living on an island, and they grow this. Then years later, there's this massive economy, very organically. It was one of I'm not a great reader, but that was a very easy read. Made it easy to understand.
Cool. Nice. All right. Anybody else?
We're going on 2 hours. You have any more questions?
Yeah, I was gonna say, we can start. Yeah, we're gonna start wrapping this puppy up. So maybe a couple quick more questions, and that's about it. So
I tried sending a sticker.
Manny, what's going on?
Shows up.
Manny, we were talking about you, bro.
Yeah, it always happens. It always happens. As soon as she says you're gonna cut it, somebody hops on.
Yeah. Video for the 2020.
Always.
How about Q in the house, man?
Time.
Yeah, that was good to see Q tonight. Holy man.
Q.
I'm excited to see Q's 2020, man. Building a portfolio, knocking out all that debt, little baby growing. 2020 is a big year for Q.
Yeah, definitely. So, guys, what bit of advice would you give a new YouTube creator starting in 2020? What bit of advice would you give them? Anybody can start. Open table.
Don't start. To me, it was like, it was way harder than I thought it was going to be. Like, I just thought, like, when you post a video, it's just, people are going to come see it, and, there's no, it's just way harder than I thought. I didn't know you'd have to subscribe to everybody else's channel and, kind of just be in the community and all that,
What
So
makes it hard for you, Dave?
what makes it hard? What do you mean? It's just the platform itself is hard.
Yeah.
What is it?
It's not 2007 anymore. If you think you're gonna start a YouTube channel, you're gonna blow up or whatever, it doesn't happen that way anymore. Now you got to be more involved, and the quality got to be there, and the content got to be there. Before, you used to put whatever you were doing, my time at the zoo, and it will get 1,000 views. And not anymore, man. Not anymore.
You got to spend a lot of time out marketing yourself, commenting, Instagram and all that. I mean, I've never had an Instagram account before I started this, so I don't have a Twitter account. Facebook is, love-hate relationship with them. So
yeah.
Dave, do you know how to do YouTube? Or do you know how to do Instagram stories?
I'm starting to figure out, like, people tagging me. I just put tags in my last one. I didn't even know you could do that. Like, I'm completely new. All right.
What I say, lady, I just hopped on. What did I say, bro? As soon as you're about to cut the live stream, people start coming in, man.
There you go. No kidding, eh? Does this happen with you and Daniel too, Jose?
It happens all the time, man. Look, Lydia, Manny, JM, the dividend investing. Like, that's why you always got to go 10 more minutes. So.
Yeah, unbelievable. All right, bits of advice. The rest of you guys, what advice would you guys pass on?
I would say just be yourself. Like, don't try to go out there and make content that you don't like necessarily believe in, or you just don't hold true to yourself. I just say just to be authentic with your content and just, have fun with it. I think that's the biggest part of, really shows when people are talking about stuff they enjoy talking about and talking about stuff that they believe in and they really enjoy talking about.
Yeah, it's the same advice I give people to start the gym. It's like, you can't fake it, brother.
Yeah.
You probably can fake it for the first couple months, but if it's not in your heart,
yeah,
you're gonna stop doing it. Sorry, and that's something that you gotta want it for real. And it's the same with YouTube. So.
Yeah, I would. JMac had True Financials on a live stream, and I thought he put it best when he said, "Building a YouTube channel is a lot like investing. It's so much upfront, so much studying, and letting compounding work. It's a very much patience game. Have a lot of patience. Don't let money be your end all. Your end all in it. Find enjoyment in it, and I think that's why we're all here. I mean, a lot of us have been doing this now for 5+ months. It's because we're not just here for the money. The money is the perk on top of it. And Rick always says, whenever he talks about business, fun. He doesn't necessarily talk about money. And I'm building a business. I'm usually pulling my hair out. He's always talking about how much fun it is, but I'm trying to get there with him.
Upcoming videos, guys. Upcoming videos.
Upcoming videos. I got, if I get paid on the 21st from YouTube, like they're supposed to do, right? My next video is going to be on how much I got paid and how long it took, and I'm gonna show you all my analytics and all that. So if you're in this niche is like, talking to people, like when I post videos on Facebook for people to watch them and come over and get interested about investing, it's like I'm asking them for the firstborn. It's hard to get people interested, but I think this video will interest a lot of you out there that want to, make money, want to know, how much they, they pay and the CPM and stuff like that. So
that'd be cool.
I think it'll do really well.
Yeah. So we got to wait till at least till Dave gets back. That'd be kind of rude of us to shut down and Dave's not here. He comes back. Hello. Oh, here he is. Again, everybody hide. Hang on. If you guys can see his face right now, it's classic.
Yeah.
There he is.
That's how millionaires stay millionaire, by buying cheapo internet.
I don't get I keep dumbing down the bandwidth because they keep charging me more and more for it. So I'm like, all right, you're going to charge me more? All right, I'm going down to the next level. So
yeah. Look at Daniel. Daniel goes to that school to do his live stream, bro.
Another thing to tell beginning YouTubers, take Daniel's course. That's what I would tell them as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
The YouTube Mastery Program, man.
Definitely helpful for sure. Yeah. Definitely. Anybody else want to get some input as to what you would do, offer to a new YouTuber coming in YouTube this next coming year? Any ideas?
What was the question?
I would say don't get discouraged. Just keep trying, keep putting out videos, keep trying to connect with as many people as possible, and just try to stay positive throughout the whole process, because it's gonna take time. Like Rico said, you're not gonna, or Dave might have said it, you're not gonna upload a video right away. It's not gonna get 1,000 views. It's gonna take time to really build up that following and just build up yourself on the platform. So I wouldn't, as for anyone who's just starting, it's gonna take a little bit of time. Just don't get discouraged. Keep pushing forward.
Yeah,
I think it gets real discouraging. I remember when I first started out, it's like you wake up, you had 12 subscribers, you wake up the next day, you have, 15 or something. Then throughout the day, you kind of refresh, all right, 14. Like, like you want to get like an exit interview out of them, like, why did you unsubscribe? It's like send a message or something. But unfortunately, it's just anonymous and you have no idea why they unsubscribed. But
yeah.
It could be very discouraging. So,
Dave, I miss your stock tip Tuesdays, man. Those were a good little 3 minutes.
They're just not popular, man. They're just not popular.
Yeah,
it's popular with us, not with the mainstream, and that's the problem.
That is the problem, because you need to have videos that get picked up by the masses.
Yeah,
and something that I found, like when my wife did a collab video with me, like people got pissed. She lost like 20 subscribers over it.
Really?
Because they want her just to be decorate girl. They want her to be this one thing, and you have to ask yourself: do I want to be what people want me to be, or do I want to be what I want to be?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
I think like when you said about that, like you might lose those 20, but I think you can gain another 200 because you might open up an audience that's bigger than what you lost. So
yeah.
I think it was definitely worth it for her to have you on and kind of, like you said, be true to what she is. I mean, you're her husband. Like I think it's a big part of her life, of course. So I think it's important for that to be shared.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Les, what does Randy want you to do here?
I told Randy to start a YouTube channel because he does a lot of comments on my videos and on several other videos that are kind of in the community. And I told him, hey, and he does the same thing that I do. He does event rentals, and I told him, hey, it's time for you to start a channel, because he sent me some pictures of his trailer and stuff like that. It was really interesting stuff, and I'm like, this is like start a channel, like, and so this is why this is literally like 2 days ago or something. I was trying to convince him to start a YouTube channel. I told him I'd be the first sub, so yeah. Unless someone got it to him first, I guess. One of the subs.
You guys. Well, guys, yeah.
Final thoughts. I would say like you in competition with yourself, man. And at the end of the day, you know, are you better off than when you started? Like Reagan back in the 80s. Are you better off than when you started? This year. Physically, mentally, spiritually, are you better off than when you started this year? And then take a look. Take time to look back. It's like, wow, yeah, I did not have this many subscribers. Wow, yeah, I could not push this weight on the bench. Oh, yeah, I did not have the Tesla that I was dreaming about, Ryan. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Always take back to what's the word I'm looking for? Just look at what you've done and how far you come. It's not all about, oh my God, I want more and more and more. Because I'm happy, but I'm not satisfied. That's my personality. I want more and more and more. But sometimes I gotta remind myself, hey, sit back, relax. A lot of people wish that they were in your position right now. Very important.
Be thankful, yeah.
Be thankful.
Yeah.
So I think that's a really important thing in life in general, or in business or whatever, is your greatest friend, your greatest ally, and your greatest enemy at the same time is yourself. And that's like, when there's several examples. There's several times in my life when when people are down. Like there's a lot of examples. Like there's really bad, like sad examples that people are really, really down. I mean, you're fighting against things like suicide, and crazy things like that. And then when you're up, you're fighting against you might be, your ego is kind of taking over yourself and stuff like that. So you're still, you're your own best friend, but also your greatest enemy. And I found that in life to be very, very true.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So what if one of our channels blows up and goes viral with a couple of videos? I got a deal for you guys. Okay, I got a deal. Hear me out, and everybody that's on the stream right now. If that happens to any of us, that person charters a plane and flies to all of our cities, picking us up, and we meet somewhere down south for a weekend. Party it up and have a great time. We all meet each other face to face. Deal?
It would really have to charter an entire plane. But,
Gen X, get it going.
Let's go, Gen X.
Is anyone planning to do FinCon next year? FinCon 2020? No.
Nope.
But I'll tell you what, if I become famous and I blow up like Richard Zane and all that, I'm bringing all of you.
I love it.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I want. That's why I want the fame and the glory and the thing, so I can pull all of you up with me. So
yeah, absolutely. That's the idea, right? If anybody's video goes viral, we make a lot of money from it. That person charters a plane, goes around, picks all of us up. We all meet down somewhere down south. So the best thing about having your friends that are successful is because it's fun.
Well, just by giving a shout out. Look at this big thing. Look at these huge channels right now. If any of us get a shout out from Jeremy or Ryan Scribner or whatever, boom, to the moon. You know what I'm saying? So,
awesome.
Just like Tesla.
So that's what I would do if I had the fame and the glory and the money and all that. Just, shout outs and, like we're doing right now, live streams and all that, and just pull everybody up with me. You know what I'm saying? Because if I get to 2,000 subscribers, I want you to be there. If I want 10,000, I want to pull you up with me. I want you at 9,000, and all that. So trailblazer, and pulling people.
Do it. You know what? Absolutely. Like help out your friends and keep your friends close to you and whatnot. It really makes a big difference. We did that 2 years ago with the cottage. We've opened up to all of our close friends and they all know where the key is. And we all email and just meet you up there sort of thing. It's so fun. It's really, really cool thing to do, to have
in the end, that's all you leave, man, is the relationship and the people you helped and everything you've done for them. Because, when I'm, pushing up daisies, you guys are still going to be doing this live streams over here. You're going to be laughing. Remember Jose? That guy was great, whatever.
Oh, yeah, he was great.
So that's what you leave behind. It's your legacy. So.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody stick together as a team, right? Hang on down here, strength in numbers in that big time. Absolutely. So let's all work together. Moving into 2020. So this is going to be my last live stream until the new year, guys. Yeah. So moving into 2020, let's all continue to help out each other. Let's grow this community the best that we each can. And let's just keep it growing, guys. Definitely. Everybody on the live stream, same to you guys, man. Help us out. Let's all grow together as a team. Definitely strength in numbers is so true, man. You go into battle as a team, right?
Q was actually asking for Des to kind of introduce himself, and he wants to check out his channel. Also, Des, before you do that, Q, make it happen. I don't know if you know his channel. He's got a phenomenal channel. He's like the most genuine person on camera.
Yeah.
And his whole story, dude, he's turned his life 180 and is tackling crazy amounts of debt. And he's on an investing journey, has a beautiful baby girl. His channel's blown up too. Well over 1,000 subscribers, but he was asking for you to introduce yourself because he got here late.
Who else on the stream right now? We should get scrolling along the bottom. Any of you guys read out anybody else's channel right now for me? No? Anybody? Hello?
What was that?
Did I freeze up? All right,
what do you want to do?
I'll go with Q. I want to start scrolling a couple of the guys at the bottom here. That's why. Like that.
You make it happen. Okay, gotcha. Yeah.
Right? So everybody can know there it is. Jump on it right away. So, all right, guys, I think that's it. It's been over 2 hours. Thank you guys so much, man. Seriously.
Thanks, everyone, for being here.
Yeah, you guys are awesome.
Take care.
Thanks, everybody.
So thanks for everybody jumping on the stream tonight. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
I think we did pretty good for 6 people. We did pretty well.
Yeah, it was
oh, yeah.
Well, I think.
Absolutely, guys. I think we did really well, man. Seriously, thanks a lot. It's been it was a good test. So
you know, like a talk hogger, you know what I mean. Talk hogger. That's the wrong 2 words.
Later, Gen X, Alisher.
Thanks, guys. Thanks everybody on the stream.
Hey, everybody.
Have a great night, guys. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Rick.